This morning, we're getting a look at some of Google's top trending searches in 2022. Google expert Alex Joseph is here live, joining us with some of the topics that fascinated the world. Alex, thanks for being with us this morning.
Thanks so much for having me.
Yeah, so let's start with some of the hottest news stories that sent the world searching Google.
Yep, it's no surprise that this year the #1 trending news story was election results here in the United States. We had a number of highly contested primaries, general elections, and even a runoff election last night. So people across the country were searching not only to find out how to vote, but what were the results of those votes.
Yeah, no surprise there. What about some of the most intriguing people on the list this year?
Yeah, so we saw, a lot of times when someone passes, we see a spike in their search interest. So the second most highest trending search was Queen Elizabeth's passing. People were looking for ways to learn more about the legacy of the monarch of the UK. But we also saw Betty White, a storied comedy career, and Bob Saget as well, drive a lot of search interest for people this year.
So, when the Queen died, I knew so little about that world. I immediately turned to Google, and all of my questions were answered. Any topics that surprised you on the list for 2022?
Yeah, something that was surprising to me was just in the music category, we saw the #1 trending song was actually not from a perennial artist like Taylor Swift or Beyonce, but from a Disney animated movie. I don't know if you remember, We Don't Talk About Bruno outperformed all of the other songs and drove that to be the #1 movie and the #1 song in America that were searched this year.
Well, we can hear it there in our minds all through 2022 for sure. Any other topics that were searched more than ever before in 2022?
Yeah, it was really encouraging to see sustainability was a topic that had a breakout year in 2022. We know that it was top of mind for many people. There was major legislation passed, and so we saw search interest in sustainability, but also specific like electric vehicles search interest was reaching all-time highs this year. And there are a number of tools built straight into Google Search that help people understand the efficiency of an electric vehicle or where gas or charging stations are near them. So it's no surprise that they were looking for those topics.
Well, I think that a whole lot of us rely on Google. And Alex, we appreciate you taking some time to share your insight this morning on what people have been busy searching in 2022. Thank you so much.
Thanks so much for having me.